you build a tiny house in 1 week with 2 people? Step 1, prepare the ground and your blocks. Which these ones were not great, so we had to chisel them away to make them level. Step 2 is the foundation. This took us all day long. We started maybe at 8 in the morning and then got done around sunset, or when it was starting to get dark, which is around 7 right now. So yeah, really taking the time, getting it square, getting it level. And when we did have to do an adjustment, we're digging in rocky ground, so that's taking some time for us. But I think even so, it's gonna take you, like, be really tedious on this one, get a nice foundation, plan on a long day to get that done. Step 3, the A's. Definitely the most physically challenging day. Started early, just got done a little earlier. It's not yet 6. So, but yeah, we are exhausted. I think ideally you'd have 3 to 4 people on this step. It was just us 2 today. And what we did was we had the foundation all set so we could build our A's on top of the foundation. Basically had a big table, and you have to put your big triangle A's together, screw brackets on one side, and then flip them over, screw brackets on the other side, and then carry them over and put them to the side so you can build the next frame. So there's a lot of carrying back and flipping back and forth for that day. The only typo that we found in the plans was on page 22, details KNL, where it says 12 and 1/16, should say 1 and 1/16. Right there. Should say 1. But luckily, that was pretty obvious to catch. And maybe by the time you watch the video, that'll be fixed already. And then after that was the floor joist.
We stood up the A's.
Well, we stood up the A's, so we attached the joist to the one A at a time and stood them up so that they slid into each other right in place. Because the joists were spacing them out. Yeah, so that was a good way to do that, especially with 2 people. And these broke when we were trying to put them in the center. We got them in the sides, so we ended up using a bunch of these 3.5 extra long screws to toenail, and it's holding. Fingers crossed. Lifting it to the next level, we made little steps, and then we're pushing with lumber up above our heads because we couldn't really reach. Anyways, we got it into place. That might have been nice to have another person for that day too, another strong person. But we did it, and then got to the tedious work of putting their underlayment on, building the walls, and framing the window and doors. But that you could do with 2 people, no problem. So can you build a tiny house in 1 week with 2 people? No, not quite. We sure tried though. We got very close. Overall, these I think if you have a short time frame, you could do it with 4 people, especially if you're hard workers. We were putting in good days work, dawn to dusk, working really hard, and we almost got there. So we're gonna hire a handyman to do the last row on the roof. We did 8-foot panels. So we got 1 row on, and we need the top row done. And we need someone to paint the deck to protect it from weather and help us get the door squared up. But besides that, we got everything all done, and we were really happy with these plans. Yeah, thank you.